One thing, Chris, I want to ask you about this. We spent last segment talking a lot about Keon Coleman. One thing, here's something Bills fans I think would sign up for. This year's rookie class giving more to the team than last year's rookie class.
Oh, 100%.
Last year, it's Coleman and Ray Davis.
That's
about it.
Kinda it.
Like Bishop, Dwayne Carter, they played sparingly. It's Coleman and Ray Davis.
Mm-hmm.
And this year, I mean, you got 3 guys in the first 3 picks defensively that I think Bills fans are anticipating will play a regular role in Max Hairston, TJ Sanders, and Landon Jackson. And that's to say nothing about the rest of their picks where there's some pieces in here. I mean, even down to Jackson Hawes. So, you spent a lot of time in this draft class. Let's get to it. Let's start with Sanders, who's the most recent guy to sign and completes their draft class. How did you like the pick, and what do you think he can do to make an impact here in year 1?
I absolutely loved the TJ Sanders pick. I had him graded as my number 34 overall player. They got him at 41, so just because of that, just looking at the difference there, the disparity in those rankings, I obviously liked the selection, but I thought he was, like, more specifically, the exact type of defensive tackle that they needed. I think you guys probably said the name Kenneth Grant probably 800 times.
Bunch of times. He was mocked to go there all the time, then he went, like 14th?
Sure. And everyone was under the impression, and justifiably so, that because of Star Lotulelei and Jordan Phillips, that the Bills like and need this 340-pounder next to Ed Oliver.
And yet they always go away from it.
Yes, they ultimately do go away from it. They bring back Quentin Jefferson, who's not really that type, but they have gone into many seasons during the Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott era with that classic nose tackle next to Oliver. For as much as I would have been okay with Kenneth Grant, which is kind of funny to say that now because he went 13th overall, like nowhere remotely close to where the Bills picked, my biggest thing during the pre-draft process for the Bills, when I would get asked about defensive linemen, and that was probably more talked about than any other position, was they need another pass rusher on the inside, and that's precisely what TJ Sanders is. He is about as athletic as Ed Oliver. I think he comes in with more polish than Ed Oliver did, with using his hands, pass rush moves, and he's from the SEC. Like, Ed Oliver was in the, what's Houston
Conference
even?
USA?
Conference USA or the AAC at that point.
Double check, yeah.
In 2018, so he was in the SEC and was highly productive from a pressure.
Big 12.
Big 12. I mean, now, but
moved,
then they were in the AAC or whatever they were in, Conference USA. TJ Sanders, last 2 seasons, highly productive in the SEC, can win in a variety of ways. I loved that pick, and I think he gives you exactly what you want from a rookie deal player, that he can come in and be productive immediately. And there's long-term potential because of his athleticism that he can become even better in year 2 and year 3 before you have to give him that big contract.
Just to clarify, they were in the American Athletic Conference.
AAC, told you.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was from Conference USA to the AAC to the Big 12.
So much movement.
It's important. We got to get these things right. All right, so you expect him to come in and be able to just kind of fit right in?
Yes. What I would say of the first 3 picks, I would be surprised if Landon Jackson comes in and is instant impact. Like, the fact that the Bills got him in round 3, I think that was, they felt he's not going to last much longer than the 3rd round because he's big and long and the athleticism is through the roof. He had over a 40-inch vertical, but the rawness to his game at Arkansas, although he was kind of trending in the right direction in his final season, the rawness was very easy to see on film. I think that was hey, we hope that in 26 and 27 he becomes a really good player. I think players like Dorian Strong and Jordan Hancock, the day 3 D-backs that they picked at kind of outside corner, slot corner, safety, those players have more of an opportunity to be good right away and to come in and contribute and, to what you're saying, give more contributions in year 1 from the rookie class as a whole than what the Bills saw last year.
Yeah. Max Hairston with the first pick. I mean, he's a speedy guy and risk taker, and I think a lot of Bills fans would have him kind of penciled in or written in pen at corner 2. Because of what's behind him. There's veterans to beat out and veterans that are respected. There's no doubt about that. Like Tre'Davious White's going to have a lot of respect of
Dane Jackson,
of Bills
too.
Mafia, and Dane Jackson too. You feel like he's got a really good spot, really good chance here to be that guy right off the bus?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually was on with Mike earlier this week, and he asked me, do you think it's Trey White's job that Hairston has to take from him at camp or vice versa? I think it's Hairston's job, and 31-year-old Trey White needs to come in and have just a tremendous training camp and look like Trey White in his prime to be the starter week 1 opposite Christian Benford.
Gotcha. So Hairston's to lose.
I think so. He is a different breed that they've had at corner in the entire Sean McDermott era. 4.28, super twitchy, ball skills are through the roof, can run with anybody. He's just different. They've had the high floor, low ceiling guys. He's the opposite of that.
It's funny, like a caller this week asked level of concern if Hairston doesn't win the job over Trey White. And there's built into that is, well, you don't want to judge a guy just
by training camp.
Right.
Yeah. His first training camp.
Josh Allen didn't beat out Nathan Peterman in training camp.
Yeah,
so
good call.
That's always, I want to put that out there. For say whatever it's worth, Allen lost the starting job or they were going to be patient with him.
Sure.
And the other position where that is a big deal and probably a bigger deal, and it's not a rookie, and that's Cole Bishop and Damar Hamlin.
Yeah.
Like Bishop's got it's Bishop's job.
I think so.
And if he doesn't hold on to it because Hamlin does, like that's a problem.
Agreed.
I don't think anybody would anticipate that happening. It's the kind of thing like we're banking on Bishop, who has a lot of the physical skills that they want there. Like whenever we were talking about safety and Nick Emanwari or whatever, like I would always point to Cole Bishop having the elite athleticism. So year 2 for him, the Bills pointed out that he missed the start of camp. He was injured. Their safety room last year, it kind of started behind schedule. From the jump, because Mike Edwards and Cole Bishop, and now we're into the season and it's Rapp and Hamlin, and that's kind of ultimately what you ended with. So this year, whether it's a supplementary piece in Derek Forrest, but this year it's got to be Rapp and Bishop, and they definitely need better play from that position because it had never been a weak point of a McDermott defense before, and it was a really big glaring weak point.
Yeah, I think you framed that perfectly because Bishop was having a good camp. I think, didn't he get injured on an interception or a pass breakup last year in camp? That they definitely started behind the 8 ball or not. That position didn't go as planned, especially with the whole Mike Edwards situation like you mentioned. And I think you framed it perfectly because it is important to talk about Cole Bishop's size and athleticism. He's 6'2", 206, ran 4.45 with a 39-inch vertical. So he's not Nick Emanwari, but he's not this overachiever who's not a great athlete that they have to hope that McDermott and Bobby Babich get the most out of him. He is a big-time athlete at the safety spot. And I think late in the season and even in that AFC title game, you started to see some of the signs because he didn't play until so late in the year that Cole Bishop can be that Swiss Army knife that I think Sean McDermott really likes in the secondary. And I think bringing back Damar Hamlin on essentially like a veteran minimum deal kind of says like, hey, we're going to pay you this, but we want you to be our safety 4 or 5, not one of our starters week 1.
Chris Trapasso with me here for a couple hours on WGR as we roll through a Friday.